Well, the I know that this scholarship and this organization, they focus really heavily on community, right? And like social service or like volunteering in the community. And that's something I really connected with like over my high school career because I volunteered at I was a I was the head of fundraising for a club called We Enable. So that club focused very heavily on community and like volunteering. So one of the main things that we did in this club was we raised funds and like items, like a donation drive. And we donated it to Thomas J. Rusk Middle School in Dallas for the special needs department. So not only were we like focusing on helping the community, like in Coppell, we were also trying to think on a more district scale. We're also trying to help schools in Dallas too. So since I know that this organization is very heavy on community and development, I thought it would be a great fit for me to apply to this.
What was the name of that organization? I'm sorry.
We Enable.
We Enable. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So you looked us up online and read about us, and that's how you found out about us. Is that how you? Okay.
Yeah. Well, first, I actually found out about this opportunity through my high school counselor. Like she posted a bunch of scholarships that we were able to apply for.
Oh, okay.
So whenever I was looking, I looked into you guys after I saw the scholarship opportunity, and then I thought it was like a good organization for me to try to apply for. So
Well, super. Let me ask you about some goals. What are some of the goals that you've set for yourself, say in the past, and were you able to achieve them or come close to them? We want to know what you've been able to build in your high school life.
So mainly throughout my high school life, I think I was on a good scale academically. Like I didn't have much problems with school. So rather than any academic goals, I had more like personal goals. So one of them would be to be more open and stuff like that. Because whenever I was in middle school and like younger, I would be really shy and I wasn't really like willing to make friends, or I would like sit in a corner by myself. So as I got to high school and throughout high school, I would try to make an open effort to try to get to know people, introduce myself first, make those connections whenever I can. So that was one of the main goals I had for high school. So it was like personal development rather than careerly or like academically. And I do believe that I got closer to that goal because I did end up making a lot of friends and friends that I can even keep now after high school. And I was also able to make great connections with my teachers, and I never had a problem like, asking for help or trying to communicate properly because I made like an effort to like always talk to my teacher first, or like go up and introduce myself to someone who I didn't really know, or someone who I would try to work with different people during group projects and stuff like that. So I would try to widen my social scale that way. And
works just fine. What are your college plans? And what is your present plan to pay for college?
So my present plan to pay for college would be through scholarships. And I actually have a part-time job right now, so I'm trying to save up money that way, because my parents said that they would try to, pitch in as much as they can. But I kind of feel bad trying to make them pay for everything. So I'm trying to get as much as I can myself. So right now I work as a tennis coach. So I'm trying to rack up some money that way. And so plans for the future, I'm going to attend Texas A&M University, and I'm going to major in biomedical science. So throughout this major, I plan on taking the pre-med track so that I can eventually go into medical school. But at this moment, I'm also considering dentistry.
Okay, great. So biomedical science and or dentistry, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Let's So, Crystal, do you want to take it from here?
Yes, that'll be great. And for the sake of time, we're going to try to keep our responses down to maybe a minute or two, so we can try to get everything in. So you just shared that your career plan is to go into biomedical or possibly dentistry. We're excited to hear that. How have you incorporated the concept of service into your activities while in high school? And I know you mentioned earlier about the fundraising event with the We Enable organization. Do you have any other organizations that you served with in high school?
I didn't serve as a leadership in these organizations, but I
Or
was
just
part of,
volunteer?
yeah, I was part of the National Honor Society and the National Spanish Honor Society. So through that, I was able to find different volunteering opportunities that were more local to Coppell. And especially in the National Spanish Honor Society, I was able to tutor younger students in Spanish or write letters to Spanish speaking, the Spanish speaking elderly in nursing homes. So through those organizations, I was able to volunteer here and there.
Okay, in nursing homes. And you said you tutored.
Yes, I did. A few younger kids, I think they were elementary school kids. Yeah, I would tutor them in Spanish. Yeah.
Okay, great. How has service to others affected you as a person?
Well, I know it's like a common known thing that oh my God. Okay. So it's commonly known that as you do like community service and all that, it's more about like self-fulfillment rather than helping others. So I realized that to be true actually, because whenever I would write letters to the Hispanic speaking elderly at nursing homes, I would actually get a few letters back, of them thanking me and, like offering me like support throughout my academic career, especially since I was able to kind of reach out to them and connect to them, especially since during COVID, they weren't really able to see their family because of restrictions and all that. And like, they didn't want anyone to get COVID, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that really like changed my mindset of how much of an impact I myself could make on other people who I haven't even met, like just pen pals and stuff like that.
What experience has had the most impact on your life, and what factors do you value most in life?
So one experience that affected me a lot would be my internship with Congress Beth Van Dyne. So I actually did that last summer, and she actually has a bunch of like round tables where she talks to where she focuses on different industries. So one of the industries she focused on was healthcare, where she called a bunch of doctors and they were able to talk about their problems. So one thing that I really connected to was that these doctors, they were talking about how they had like so many problems with insurance companies and like how insurance companies would restrict them in like what procedure they were able to do or what procedure they would cover for the patient. So that's why I also like, one of the reasons I'm going into medicine is because I'm also interested in this social issue that revolves around healthcare and insurance companies.
Okay. Tell us about a time when you overcame adversity.
So let's see. So I was very heavily involved in tennis throughout my high school career. I was the captain for 2 years. I was a player liaison for 1 year. So I was very involved in in the tennis organization at school. So I did face some adversities while I was the captain, as there would be like, just a bit of conflict between the team. And, as the captain, you kind of have to go there and mediate and everything. So one of the main ones was some of my teammates were a bit like hot tempered. So whenever they would like lose a point or something, I would have to like, go in and be like, hey, calm down, you got it, So sometimes it's hard to deal with people when they're like very controlled by their emotions. But I felt that, getting over that with my teammates was something that really helped me connect with my teammates and have a more team environment.
Okay. I think, did you mention, have you gotten other scholarships? Tell us about any scholarships that, if you've received any. Or
I
how.
only received one so far from the tennis organization. Yeah, I just got a one-time $1,000 scholarship from them. I submitted my application and an essay, and I got that one.
Susie?
Okay. So who has been the most influential person of your life other than your parents?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say my dad when you asked that question, but if you say other than my parents, I would have to say my aunt. She lives in India, so I only see her maybe once every 2 or 3 years whenever I go to visit in the summer. So one of the main things that she tries to emphasize for me is like she wants me to live my life while also pursuing my interests. So one thing that she really emphasized was for me to like pursue volleyball. Because when I was in middle school, I used to play volleyball. But yeah, so she was able to like whenever I would go over, she would help me get lessons, and then she would help me develop my interests other than just academically, because people are going to get burned out if you're always studying. So she was really helpful in that kind of area, where it kind of she helped me focus more on my mental health rather than just academically, so that I was able to get here where I am while also having a balanced life.
Did you play volleyball in high school? Or did you play tennis?
I unfortunately wasn't able to, because I also developed my interest in tennis, and it kind of coincided. So I decided to pursue tennis because I did play volleyball already. So
okay, I was just curious. That wasn't a question. I went off script. Okay, so what would differentiate you from the other scholarship recipients that have applied? What's different about you?
Okay, so one thing I would say that's different about me would probably be what I value. So the main thing so my career path, I'm thinking either medicine or dentistry, right? But no matter like which one I go into, I know I want to focus on social problems. Because right now I'm doing I'm shadowing a dentist right now. So whenever I talk to her, she always like tells me about, the dentistry industry is changing. All these big corporates are trying to, or like, controlling all of our dentists, and they're not always morally right. So yeah, that's one of the things, rather than just going into medicine just to help people, or like going into dentistry just to help people, I'm also going into it to find out more about the social problems and see if there's something I can do to help, or see if there's something I can like figure out why these corporations are doing it. I know it's obviously for money, but there's only so I'm more interested in the social problems rather than just helping people or science in general, and like
broad view of everything.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. So if you were awarded one of our scholarships, would you be willing to come to one of our meetings and meet the Rotarians and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, I would love to. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. When do you go to school?
They haven't given me my move-in date yet, but I know it's sometime between August 20th and the 23rd.
Okay.
So I'll be in town for the next 2 months. Yeah.
Awesome. That's wonderful. Crystal, did we miss anything?
No, but we do want to share with you, just like we did we've been blessed with all of these medical students. We shared with the last applicant that we have a program helping train babies. And you did mention that something about India earlier, your aunt that lives there. Mm-hmm. And I think that was where we first planted our first Help and Train Babies clinic. And so we hope that you will look up more information about this opportunity via our website. But it's an opportunity when you get into the part of having to do residency with your medical plan. We hope that you will consider, maybe, because oftentimes they'll allow you all to have funding that maybe you all can do something in a different country or somewhere, but we hope that maybe you will consider doing that and participating in that program. It's a wonderful program that focuses on prenatal premature babies.
Right.
Where in that
Neonatal.
area, this is John's area, so let me pass it to him. Great, John.
Well, yes, we're intervening in neonatal situations where we're trying to preserve the life of newborns that have just been born prematurely.
Oh,
So
wow.
So we're going
That sounds
into hospitals in probably third world countries like India's not third world anymore, but Ethiopia is and Africa is, and we're going in there and making sure that their hospitals are set up to care for in the best way possible. So that's what.
And the
what
neat
we
thing
do.
about it is that it was started by two doctors in Coppell, Prakash Kabur, and his wife's name is
Sumana.
Sumana.
Mhm.
So,
Sure.
yeah. So keep your eyes and ears open.
Yes,
course.
and
Thank you,
definitely,
Uma. I love
Mhm.
your name.
Thank
yes,
you.
and definitely come back and check out the Rotary Club and some of the amazing things that not just our club, wherever you land, find a local Rotary Club, because they all kind of participate in those type of things where they're benefiting other countries, even here, and doing some amazing things that I think that you would definitely find to be interesting. So we definitely appreciate your time. This has been an amazing interview with you, us getting to know a little bit about you. So we appreciate you for applying, but promise us that you will come back and check us out.
Of course. Yeah.
Thank
Awesome.
you. We'll
Yeah.
be in touch.
Okay.
And tell your
Thank you.
parents too, have them check us
Yeah.
out as well.
Of course. Yeah.